If you type in the word doctor or doc, then it leads you to doc. You look that word up, doc. It's a pen or a cage for animals. So you're limited. So what's your boundary? You're limited by, what's your boundary down here? You're limited by space, time. You're limited down here. You're limited by boundaries, nation states, cities, laws, your money that you make, your abilities, your strength, your knowledge. There's a lot of stuff keeping you in bondage or bound. You can only go so fast with this car. You can only go so far with the gas that you have. Everything's limited. It's a cage. You're bound. So what's the purpose? So if you're bound in 3D, there's a reason you're bound. Because you would do damage if you weren't bound. Because the flesh mind is nothing but sin. Until you move completely to the spirit mind, you're going to do damage. So God has you down here in this simulated training program to teach you. It's all to teach, to instruct, to train in sequence, in series. Teach you to do what? Walk in the spirit. The reason there's boundaries here, there's a boundary here. If you cross that boundary, you go out in the ditch, you know. The purpose of boundaries is to train you, to teach you. If you step over the boundary, you get hurt, right? You get hit, you get hurt. You get a lawsuit, whatever. All boundaries are to teach you and to train you. That's what they are. For your this is a simulated training program. That Amazon driver, he's bound. He wants to get all that in packages shipped, but he's bound by time. He's bound by traffic. He's bound by his phone, his scanner, the people picking up the packages, receiving the packages. And it's just like, there's a lot of boundaries. And the reason that there's boundaries is because the story's playing out. Mosquitoes and termites on that car. The story's playing out. It's repeating. It's playing out. And the story resets every few seconds. It's every millisecond, probably. The story's resetting, but it's the same story. But you're bound to teach you to walk inside that story. So you might say, well, what do you mean? Take up your cross. What is the story of the cross? Sacrifice, redemption. It's a sacrificial story. It's a love story. It's a redemption story. It's a victory story. It's a time travel story. You're following after Jesus inside time. When Jesus split space-time, came down here, you're in series after him. He left you behind. You're left behind until the rapture. It's a time travel. Every day is the same. There's nothing new. Lo mismo, lo mismo. The same. Same old, same old. You've done whatever you do on your routine, you've done it 1,000 times. Doesn't it get old yet? Do you feel like you're in the same repeat every day? Yeah, that's because you are. So what's the answer? To quit looking on the outside and look at your inner man. If you pay attention to your inner man, you got something.